Welcome to Group 4's presentation on Chapter 2, The First Way, The Principles of Flow. So how do we increase workflow in a tech company? We're going to talk about these 6 things we can do to improve workflow. Number 1, make work more visible. Number 2, limit work in process. Number 3, reduce batch sizes. Number 4, reduce the number of handoffs. Continually identify, elevate our constraints. Number 6, eliminate hardships and waste in the value stream. So number 1, how do we make work more visible in the tech industry and DevOps? A lot of our work goes unseen. Good way to make that visible to the people we are working with is a Kanban board or a visual workboard. These are an essential tool that helps make our work visible to all those who are participating. We can see what needs to be done, what has already been finished, what's being tested or in progress. Very helpful in making work visible. All right, limiting work in process. So here's another Kanban board. In order to limit the work in process, we don't want to get too many items going in these columns on our board. This causes people to get overwhelmed with the things that they have to get done, and sometimes some of these will go unnoticed and maybe sit there for a week or two without anyone looking at them or getting them finished. So if you limit the amount of things you can put in each column on your Kanban board, you can still have a queue outside of the board of things that need to go in, but not until these things are finished first. Then those things can be added in later. This will help increase workflow. To reduce batch size also increases workflow. So you have large batch, you think you want to get a lot of things done at once, but you can also see as these groups are waiting for this group to finish, there's a lot more waiting time to get the first product ready. When you have a single piece flow, you see all these different groups doing things all at once. There's a lot less waiting. So when you get these small batches, this helps increase workflow and get our product delivered to the customer faster. Reduce number of handoffs. So even under the best circumstances, some knowledge is inevitably lost with each handoff. So if our work is going from department to department or to different employees, information gets lost. People have to start over. It's not very helpful to workflow and productive. So reducing the number of hands off is going to help workflow. Handoffs. Continually identify and elevate our constraints. In any value stream, there is always a direction of flow. There's always one and only constraint. Any improvement not made after that constraint is an illusion. So when we have a constraint, we want to confront that quickly and we want to get it noticed early on so that the work that we do after that constraint or that mistake or issue doesn't become imaginary or that we have to start over. All right, next, identify those constraints, decide how to exploit them, subordinate systems to decisions made from previous steps, elevate the constraint. If the issue has not been solved, repeat the process. Next, eliminate hardships and waste in the value stream. Partially done work is a waste in the value stream, is not productive, and leaves a mess for others to clean up or for you to clean up. Extra processes waste time and effort. As you can see in the image here, we can go straight from A to B. This one, there's all sorts of detours and wasted time here to get to the same outcome. Task switching causes people to be overwhelmed and to not get things done and not focus. Waiting around is not helpful to workflow. Motion, how much effort does it take to get things moving? Defects, we do not want defects in our products, but if we do, we want to resolve that defect quickly so that it does not become a problem later. In conclusion, improving workflow through the technology value stream is essential to achieving DevOps outcomes. We do this by making work more visible, limiting work in process, reducing batch sizes, reducing the number of handoffs, continually identifying and elevating our constraints, eliminating hardships and waste in the value stream. And thank you. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.